Welcome to this special short episode of For the Story, the podcast that has just been greenlit to start production on its new television program about trains in the city. It's called Trains in the City. I'm Ash.
And I'm Avery, and that show just sounds exuberant. I don't know what's a good word for how that sounds, because I don't know about you, but I am just so into trains, man.
You want to start a spa together?
A spa?
Or no.
Spa in the city?
Maybe. Oh, that's good. But maybe a sauna called Sauna a Bitch.
Oh, that's a really great pun name.
No one steal it. No one steal it.
Nobody steal it. We always have these great ideas, and there's no way people aren't stealing them. Like, there's just no way.
Absolutely. We're going to go to like Buttfuck, South Dakota someday, and it's going to be a...
That is not a real place, is it?
Is there a city called Buttfuck? Let's look it up.
Yeah, probably in like Taiwan.
You know what? A lot of gross stuff came up.
Yeah, actually, I'm not going to Google that. I was like pulling my browser up. Not a good idea. Ooh, close call.
But this episode, because I guess we're going to get this to you Monday, and we're going to have another episode out for you. But we did not announce picks because Avery was like, "Oh, I don't want to be without a home. I have to finish moving."
Yeah, I know. Just so much to ask for, right? Yeah, I was moving last week. That's why I couldn't be on the last episode with you and Craig. I really wanted to do it too, but it was just like we were unpacking. My computer wasn't even set up yet. I was like, there is no way. It was like 9:59 and we were supposed to start at 10, and my computer and like my monitor and my microphone were literally all in a box still. I was like, okay, this isn't going to happen. It just is not going to happen. But yeah, I got everything set up. It's still a little echoey in here because I don't have all of my soundproofing as I would like it just yet, but we're getting there. It's a work in progress, and soon enough we'll get those juicy, bassy, beautiful audio. Yeah, exactly. Cue the sexy music. Yeah, so it's gonna be great. But in the meantime, I'm excited to jump back in, record a little bit of something for you guys to listen to, and getting our picks out there is something that makes sense, even though it's the second of the month and a little bit late, but at least we'll get them out there. I think that's the most important thing.
I guess I have a quick question for you. What are your 5 words, rating out of 10, and would you watch it or not for Autopsy of Jane Doe? Why don't you rapid fire it to us?
Oh shit, I didn't even think about 5 words. I'll start with my rating because I thought it started out so strong.
It was so good in the beginning. Oh my god.
Yeah, and it got so stupid towards the end. And like when they're running through the fog in the hallway, I was like, okay, this is dumb. This got dumb. And it was, I swear to God, I've seen that movie before you made me watch it. Because it just, all of this stuff was so familiar, and I think I stopped it halfway through. I can't remember, but I know I've seen that movie before or something really, really similar to it. But as far as out of 10, I give it a 5 out of 10.
Really? Totally
passable. Yeah, first half of the movie is pretty good, actually. Yeah. There were some legitimately creepy parts, and then it gets real dumb. Just real quick.
I thought that was so up your alley. I knew you wouldn't like the twist, the witch twist, but I was like, this first half of this movie is so up Avery's alley.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of thing I like. Creepy morgues. I like really obvious like things that are going to happen. I forget what it was. It was the bell on the guy's toe. They're like, just in case they get up, and Dennis Hopper, whoever the fuck's in this movie, looks at the camera
and winks.
Yeah, and winks and smiles. Yeah.
I will say, I'm just imagining you looking at places and just asking them, so it has a washer dryer, right? Yeah, no, it has a washer dryer. Dishwasher? Oh yeah, totally. Does it have a morgue? anywhere. Pardon?
Right?
A
Dude,
morgue
fuck being anywhere near a morgue. Like, no way. Like that. I'm not like, I don't believe in ghosts, really. I think the idea of ghosts is fun, but that's about as far as it goes. But man, there is something seriously creepy about storage lockers for the dead. It's just like, no, thank you. Nowhere near that
good.
shit. Yeah, it's just like, I am not interested. But shit, man. Out of 10, I give it a 5. But for my 5 words, I was moving any movie good. There you go. I was finishing movie. We were just like setting up. We had just gotten our couch in there when I was watching it, and I was just like, I think the fact that I was sleeping or like laying down on my couch for the first time in days was probably the best part about that movie.
Okay.
So it was yeah, whatever. I think I liked it more because I was in my new place on my new couch, and we were done moving effectively. Just had to unpack at that point.
Yeah, you got all the stuff in, then you have to get the stuff. Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah. We're almost there. We still have some stuff to unpack. Yeah. It's going to be a little bit more of a process, but it's pretty cool because I've already got some ideas for like this little office space and stuff, and I'm pretty excited to implement some of them. So I think I'm going to put some shelves up or something. I don't know yet, but yeah. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. As far as like, oh, I totally forgot I didn't recommend it. As far as like a recommendation, I say go ahead and watch it if you have nothing else to do. There you go.
All right.
You're probably not going to regret it until it gets to the whole witch shit, and then it's just like, By then you're already like over it. You're past all the good stuff anyway.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's already jumped the shark by that point. So what's a witch twist at the end? Why not?
Witch twist?
A witch twist? Did somebody say witch twist?
It's my favorite candy.
It's my favorite metal band.
Witch Twist is a thrash metal band. They're all greasy and they wear too much denim, but it's cool because it has patches. It's like, no, it's not, dude. Chill.
More patches than denim at this point.
More patches than denim. That is my grindcore band.
Yeah, hell yeah. They would tour together though.
Oh, absolutely. And like they get in a fight and, you know, they'd be in, again, butt fuck South Dakota.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's where they're both from.
Oh, yeah. They're the two most notable bands. They have a long-term standing rivalry. It goes back to the high school talent show.
Battle of the Bands in 1989.
Oh, absolutely.
Which twist and more patch than denim.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'd watch that movie. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yeah, oh my god, if it's a haunted Battle of the Bands, there you go. I'm sold.
There was a movie like that where it was like
there is.
Isn't it like called American Satan? Shoot me.
No, there was another one. I forget what it was. There was one where like, oh my god, Red Letter Media reviewed it. I can't remember what it's called, but it's about this kid who finds like a record and he like spins the record backwards and it says like satanic shit and it like summons a demon rock star. Yeah, it's one of those ones that starts out so cool and then gets real dumb. And Ozzy Osbourne's in it for like a half a second. Like they paid him to be in like a fake interview.
Yeah, they had to shoot adrenaline directly in his heart so he'd be awake long enough to film his 5-second cameo.
Right, and then immediately went back to sleep. That's probably like why he's only in there for 5 seconds. He was probably signed on for a full like acting part, but they had to cut all his like content, and so the rest of the movie makes no sense.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if he's alive or not. He might be dead.
Ozzy Osbourne nowadays, I think he's still alive.
I think
he's like pretty old too.
I think he's dead. But they have a Weekend at Bernie's situation with his daughter.
Right, yeah. They're just like they're like manipulating him like a puppet. Oh my god, that's fucked up.
So they did to Stanley. Anyways, let's get to our picks for the month. Elder abuse is a real thing. If you know anyone who's being abused, there are hotlines. Call them. Anyway, let's get into our picks for the month of August. We have some doozies, some pre-picks.
Yeah, we got some
picks.
some bombs. Some that we are pretty much unavoidable at this point, like some theatrical ones.
Ooh, yeah.
But some scary stuff thrown in there.
Yeah.
Not to spoil too much.
Yeah.
Maybe not what you expect.
Yeah, the first movie that we picked this month. It's going to be the scary one.
Yes, very much so. And not for the reason you might think.
Yeah, it's because of our deep-seated hatred of
For-
cars.
Exactly, because the first one we're watching this month is Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. Yeah,
Oh, yes, baby.
you've seen the trailer. You know you have.
I've seen it too many times.
Too many times. You've seen The Rock doing the tribal dance.
It's a hot
with
guy,
his-
yeah.
Yeah, with his giant, sweaty, like
I think they're just
pecs.
greased up. Everyone.
greasy pecs.
Yeah, I want that scene before that to be like, all right, everyone, we have a giant jar of Vaseline. We got a Costco. Get
I'm
over
sure
here.
that's part of it. And Jason Statham is like, oh, a jar of gasoline. I can't do a Jason Statham voice. That sounded nothing like him, by the way.
It was like extremely inebriated Alan Rickman.
yeah, that's exactly what that was. I can't do a British accent like at all, and I can't differentiate an Australian and a British accent at all.
Yeah, so they're pretty hard.
Yeah. So
yeah.
it's going to be a challenging movie for me.
We're seeing a little bit more calm of a film next, based on everyone's favorite author of Night of the Living Dummy Part 4.
You know what it is. Just say it.
Yeah, same director as the movie we watched last week, the Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Oh, it is. I
Yeah.
didn't even know that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this even more then, but go ahead and tell the lovely people.
We're going to watch scary stories to tell in the light, or dark.
Or the dark. Nice try. Probably in the light too.
I
yeah.
hope the whole movie's not in the dark, because I'm scared of the dark, and they don't let me bring my nightlight to the theater.
Yeah, exactly. And it's based on that one book that all your hardcore friends dared you to read in elementary school.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that? Remember how the bully hardcore kids, they all read scary stories to tell in the dark and you weren't cool unless you read it?
Did you ever read that one Chuck Palahniuk book where they have the story of Saint Guts or whatever, or Saint Gutless? Did you ever?
No, I definitely didn't read that
I'm
one.
gonna make you read that. It is truly the worst sentences that have ever existed.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's kind of the consensus I get from Chuck Palahniuk books. Yeah. Yeah, so Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I've only seen this trailer like twice, but it's been around for a little bit, but it looks really, really fucking good, actually. Like some like legitimately creepy undead zombie shit or something. Really cliche seeming plot. So I'm pretty curious how it turns out. Isn't Guillermo del Toro involved somehow?
I think he did the character design. So let me look this up real quick, because this is important.
Yeah, that's really important, because if it is Del Toro, and I think it is,
story by Del Toro, directed by Andre Overdahl, who was the director of Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Sounds like kind of pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty. And then I think Roman Osen, who did The Warrior. Oh, and he also did Autopsy of Jane Doe. Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium is doing the cinematography.
Oh, interesting.
He's a German.
Yeah, I think it's going to turn out pretty cool. Wow. Really? Oh, the dogs are barking. We'll edit this out.
But next up, we actually have a individual pick. I think you're picking next, and you got the hype going for me before recording. What are we watching third in August?
I think you're actually really gonna like this one. I am just now starting to get into David Lynch movies. I don't really know too much about them, but I watched the trailer right before we started recording, and I was like, "Yep, that's what I'm gonna pick." We are gonna watch Blue Velvet. It came out in 1986. It's got Dennis Hopper, Kyle MacLachlan, some other famous people too. I don't know off the top of my head, but it's gonna be a good one. I've never seen this movie. So I'm pretty excited to watch it.
Really?
And have like pretty honest reactions. Have you ever seen it?
No. No,
Cool.
I was expecting you to say Eraserhead.
No, I've seen enough of Eraserhead that I don't really want to watch and talk about that. I don't know. I'm sure it's a great movie. I'm not there yet as far as David Lynch stuff goes. But yeah. So we're gonna do it. Blue Velvet. Oh, Laura Dern's in it.
Ooh, Laura Dern.
Call back to Jurassic Park.
Yes, Queen.
Yeah, so it's got some pretty awesome acting talent, and I'm pretty excited to give it a shot. Sid says it's pretty fucking scary too.
Ooh,
so
I do like a spook.
Yeah, so I think that'll be good. And this is a complete surprise to me, Ash. We barely talked about what we were picking at all. We didn't even give each other hints. I don't think we barely had time to.
No, we didn't have time to just be like, you're gonna fucking die. Actually, I did tell you that.
We usually threaten each other's lives with these movies. Like, that was our theme for a little bit. But
no, I think I actually did. I'm like, because Craig's coming on, I'm gonna have to bring the fucking big guns. I'm gonna murder you. And you're like, wait, what? Why? And I'm like, dude, I'm kidding. Please don't think I'm actually gonna.
Yeah, you said something like that. You're just like, I can't wait to publicly embarrass you, little man, or something like really gross like that. I was like, oh, dude, like let's not do that.
Like, well, why? What did I do? And I'm just like, you took me too seriously. That's what you did.
Yeah. So what are we watching for our last pick of the month, Ash?
Well, you've brought to us something that you'd consider, well, or at least beginning to think about as like a really great 80s movie, and you're excited for it. But I think we learned one thing last month. It's that I'm very kind. And that ends today. We are going to be watching the 1986 action horror romance, The Wraith.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Action horror romance?
Yep. Starring Charlie Sheen, Nick Cassavetes, and Randy Quaid. This film chronicles basically a supernatural ghost race car driver who is Charlie Sheen. And it is awful.
That sounds terrible. I'm so glad, however, that you also picked a 1986 movie.
I know.
That makes me pretty happy.
I think we know which one's going to be better. It's obviously the one I picked because it is...
I don't think so.
Not to spoil too much, but I think every scene that Nick Cassavetes gets into a car with his girlfriend, he pulls out a knife and threatens to murder her. So
that sounds awful. I can't wait. This is going to be... That sounds so bad. Action, horror, romance sounds... No, man, that's really bad. That's just like three things that just don't go together. I'm going to look this up because I am goddamn curious. The Wraith. I feel like I've heard of this.
I probably brought it up to you before. It is... Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, yeah.
And just to tell you how disgustingly, like... terribly boring this movie is. The director also produced a film of Atlas Shrugged, the Ayn Rand book.
Oh, God. Oh, that's like exhausting. It sounds terrible. Oh, dude. Atlas Shrugged, the movie. God damn. Talk about the most boring thing ever.
She is terrible prose. She's a very boring writer.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
So
wow. Okay, great.
Just recap. We're doing Hobbs and Shaw, or Fast and Furious presents The Rise of the Baldkins, Lycans.
Exactly. The Rise of the Silver Surfer, actually.
Rise of the Silver Foxes. Those guys are getting up there.
Ayo. Boom.
Then we're watching Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Your movie, which was called again...
Blue Velvet. You already forgot.
I was going to say Blue Midnight, and that's a different movie. Or
yeah.
What's the
pretty close
Woody
though.
Allen one?
Man, I don't know.
Moon. And then we're watching
Maybe something like
The
that.
Wraith. So we got a stacked month. I'm excited to get in the theaters and check out Hobbs and Shaw. I'm sure it'll be disgustingly grotesque in its own special way.
It's just gonna be stupid. Like it's gonna be like I feel like this series is fully leaned into just the absurdity.
Yeah.
I'm really curious why aren't they not doing a Fast and Furious 9?
Because Paul
I was
Walker's
so
dead.
ready. So they're just like, we're not making any more of them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that maybe they can't get the whole cast together because of pricing, maybe.
Maybe. It's just those movies have pretty big budgets.
They do,
I'm surprised that they can't.
They've realized that there is a vast amount of people in the United States with 40 IQs that really love those movies.
Yeah, exactly. That like legitimately think they're good and have a message.
Yeah, Dos Equis.
So great.
Is it Corona or Dos?
Corona. Come on, dude. Come
Do we have an
on.
over-under on the Corona product placement in this film?
Oh my God. Well, maybe
Las
like,
Vegas bets, let's go.
oh yeah, let's do that. Let's see if we can let's count the Corona product placement. What do you think? I think there's going to be at least 4 spots.
I'll take the under.
Like
I think
that-
it's going to be exactly 3.
You think exactly 3?
Yeah, so I'll take the under
Like,
for 4.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. I'll go over. All right, so I'm gonna say it's 4 to 6 product placement spots for Corona.
Shit, you want to make it interesting? Next time there's a month with more than one pick for us, the other person has to give away one of their picks.
Okay,
That's fucking wild.
I'm into it. That's brutal. So yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm over 5. I'm gonna forget to count though,
It's
so
over-
text me
over
before I see
4,
it.
And I'm under 4.
Yeah. All right.
Set the line pretty high, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a lot of spots, but I actually have no frame of reference. So I really have no idea.
I might just give up this fucking bet if
I'm
it's
just an optimist.
If there's 0, I'm just gonna be like, nah, dude, we'll just not count this.
Great. So hell yeah. So Hobbs and Shaw, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, Blue Velvet, and then The Wraith.
Yeah.
Excellent. What a month. What a month coming up.
I could have chose Dora the Explorer, the film.
Dude, it comes out this month, doesn't it?
We're okay.
I'm really glad you didn't.
We're
I'm really glad you didn't.
we're gonna be okay, I think, without seeing it.
Yeah, it's gonna be not something we need to introduce into our lives, probably. But hell yeah, this is great. I'm looking forward to it, and thanks for jumping on and doing a little mini episode with me.
Time.
Yeah, hell yeah. So we're gonna talk to you guys all, I guess, sometime next week.
Yeah.
Or sometimes this week. It's gonna be for you guys. It's Friday for us, but it'll be Monday for you guys when you listen to this. So. But all right, everybody, we love you so much, and I can't wait to talk about these dumbass movies. It's gonna be so much fun. We all love you so much. Goodbye.